real suck like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Damn. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got just broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Petty don't matter. As the teller tatter, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my...
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. On the counter, here's Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa dancing to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Dolphins had 8 and 6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Touchdown, Dolphins! Chase Edmonds from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
They got into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Up the middle, Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a knock.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, and this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Here's a give to Jones running left. To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. In motion left is Watkins. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this This is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight inside the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Lewis. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Tua. Wilson snags it left side. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now it's Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the 39, Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A give to Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go, and now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force, and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So that's going to move him half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
They'll try again with Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he is going to lose yardage here. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do that.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play. Tua now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On second and a yard. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quay Walker. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within strike. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Kyle Long back from retirement, the guilty party on that one. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Packers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to